You're listening to Country Coffee with Michael and Rachel on JD Foxx Radio.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, go!
Good morning, JD Foxx Radio. Michael Cullison here with you. Little different today. If you hear some roosters in the background, it is not because I am on a farm of any kind. No, far from it. Way far from it. I am in Key West, Florida right now, and we are on Mallory Square. And the thing about the chickens is they're everywhere. They just wander the streets. It's still a little early down here. A lot of the shopkeepers are just starting to open up shop and things are starting to go on. But the roosters are letting everybody know that it's time to get out of bed. The sun has just risen and things are starting to happen. And because we're in Key West, we figured might as well start things off with a little Jimmy Buffett right here on JD Foxx Radio.
Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake.
I hope you realize this is all your fault.
jdfoxxradio.com.
Jolene. Oh, Jolene.
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison here with you for Country Coffee. And right now, we are in Key West, Florida, and we are down at the very end of Duval Street, 1 Duval Street, the very beginning. And Duval Street is what they call the Duval Crawl. It's loaded with bars. There are more bars and churches per capita in Key West than anywhere else in the world. So I guess there's a little meaning behind that. You can take Saturday night and let it blend right into Sunday morning. Yes. Well, it's a lot of fun down here, and it is morning, and it is hot already. I mean, I'm glad this isn't TV because I'm in a tank and some light shorts because it is already a brisk morning. So we'll keep things rolling right along. We got Kenny Chesney up next right here on JD Foxx Radio, live from Key West, Florida.
Summertime is finally here, that old ballpark man.
You're listening to Country Coffee with Michael and Rachel on JD Foxx Radio.
All right, Country Coffee, Key West, Florida. Yeah, it's nice to get out on the road and do some shows and the equipment works and everything. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our trip, and there's lots of great stories. We've been down here all week. The drive down here was the best. We flew into Fort Lauderdale, Florida, rented a Jeep, a soft-top Jeep, and we drove down. And not only was the 7-mile bridge really cool, but all the little sights and everything you see coming down. In fact, I did a little video clip in front of a giant Florida lobster. In fact, I may post that on our JD Foxx Facebook page just for fun. We're going to keep things rolling right along. In fact, I'm going to go in search of my cafe. Gosh, I wish I could pronounce this right every time, but I don't. I believe I'm getting a Cafe Con Lychee, but I'll find out when I get to the store and look at the menu. And I've had several of those already today, and that'll explain why I'm having trouble speaking. But maybe I'll just get a Cuban coffee. I hear that's kind of mild. Yeah, okay. All right, back to the music right here. JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison, live from Key West, Florida.
You're better than the best. I'm lucky just to linger.
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison, Key West, Florida. I'm standing under a palm tree right now trying to get a little bit of shade that it throws off. Not a lot. And I'm still in search of my coffee this morning. Seems I've gotten a little lost, but I'm somewhere on Caroline Street. I know I'm close. But boy, I pass a lot of places that sell key lime pies. But they don't just sell key lime pies down here because this is where they originated. Every single store, is home of the original key lime pie. Not sure how that happens or how that works, but everybody's got the original. So maybe we can get to the bottom of this controversy. I don't know. We'll see. All right, back to the music. JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison from Key West, Florida.
Midnight's creeping in, we know.
Hey, like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter.
and gram us on Instagram.
What?
Or whatever the kids use nowadays. JD Foxx Radio. jdfoxxradio.com.
JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison, Country Coffee from Key West. And now it makes sense because I am having a coffee. Well, not actually a coffee. I'm having a cafe con leche. And we were at the coffee house. Or there's no the. It's just coffee house. It's right on Caroline Street. And I got a little lost this morning. And I come here every day. But I found it. It's not that far a walk from where I'm staying. But it's easy to get lost in Key West because there's so many things to look up and see. It really is. Between the palm trees and the cats and the chickens running around and the, let's just say, the lively characters that you meet on almost every corner. Yes. Well, they have great coffee here, and I'm enjoying every morning. I'm going to miss it when I get home, the Cafe Con Leche. They also have some Cafe Mocha, which both were voted the best in Key West. And it's a neat little shop. They have some local art hanging on the walls and some bagels and croissants. And they also have the key lime pie. So if you get a chance when you're down here, stop at the coffee house on Caroline Street. You know, I don't even know if I'm still on Caroline Street. But, okay, so look it up. Coffee house. It's 713. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to enjoy that. You enjoy this right now on JD Foxx Radio.
Well, me and Roy Nichols and
Michael and Ruckus. Or is she Rachel today?
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison, Key West. And I'm sitting here on the porch of the coffee house and enjoying my coffee and talking with you guys. Now, the one thing you notice down here in Key West is the transportation. Lots of scooters. In fact, there's a little scooter going by me right now. You can probably hear it. Also, bicycles. A lot of people own the bicycles. But the neatest thing is they have these little electric cars that ride around. And they're in all different shapes and sizes. Some even look like old-time 57 Chevys, and some are a little more modern looking. Some are decorated, but in fact, there goes one right now. So it's a little more than a golf cart. It's a neat electric car, and they're riding all over the place. And some of the hotels have them. In fact, mine does. And if you spot him going by, he's got his orange shirt and orange hat on, and no matter where you are, if the heat of the day is starting to get to you, you can wave him down and jump in, and he'll take you back to the hotel or back to a destination you're trying to go to. So it's just a cool vibe down here. Everybody's real friendly, and everybody's trying to take care of each other and be friendly. In fact, a little contour train just drove by me. This is a neat place to sit. All right, Country Coffee, we're going to get back to the music here on JD Foxx Radio.
Yesterday's favorites with today's country hits.
Listen to Country Coffee every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern with Michael and Rachel right here on JD Foxx Radio.
Hi, JD Foxx Radio. Michael Cullison here with you, and we are in Key West, Florida. Right now, we are standing out front of the Bull and the Whistle Bar, or the Bull and Whistle, or sometimes called just the Bull, and there's a reason. It's right on Duval Street. So Duval Street is where all the bars are. That's where you do the Duval crawl and try and hit every bar going down the street. But this bar I like especially. Well, there's a series of books about Key West, and actually a series, there's been two, and the author is working on part 3. John Breakfield's the author, and it's a neat story. It's about him and his wife, and they come here to Key West from Europe on vacation and decide to stay and not go home and just become permanent residents. And it's about all the trials and tribulations they go through when they make that decision that they're not coming home from vacation. So we've all dreamed about it. Well, they actually did it. And it's a really neat series of books. And I've communicated with the author, John Breakfield, and got to know him. He's a great guy, him and his wife. And, well, the Bull is the bar that he hangs out at. It's pretty much his office down here in Key West. And it's a 3-level bar. So the first level is called the Bull. The second level is called the Whistle Bar. Now, on the Whistle Bar, they have stools that you can sit on and look over Duval Street and watch the crowds walk by. But it's the third level. It's the rooftop level that I have not gone on to. It is the Garden of Eden. It is a clothing-optional rooftop bar. And I don't think I'll be making my way up there. No, folks. Not this time. No, maybe when I get in a little better shape, and I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that'll do that for this part of the break. We'll wander down Duval Street and find another spot to visit. JD Foxx Radio. We're going to keep having some fun because I am already soaked. It's so hot down here. And I promised myself I wouldn't complain about the heat today, but it's almost impossible not to do. All right, back to the music. JD Foxx Radio in Key West, Florida.
How come all the pretty girls like you are taking me?
JD Foxx Radio. JD Foxx Radio.
JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison, Key West, Florida. And right now I am in front of Caroline's on Duval Street, and it's an open-air cafe. And finding affordable food that where it's not $20 a sandwich, it's not easy in Key West. But Caroline's delivers, and the food is good. And it is truly the best burger in Key West. So it is my cheeseburger in paradise. Sorry, Jimmy Buffett, because Margaritaville is down here, but really Caroline's has the best burger. So while you're down here, check out Caroline's. In fact, it's a place you can take the whole family and not break the bank. And it's a neat atmosphere because you can get a table right on Duval, so you can watch the crowds go by, do a little people watching, and it's a lot of fun. So visit Caroline's right here on Duval Street in Key West, Florida. All right, we're going to get back to the music, and we'll see you next time right here on JD Foxx Radio.
Baby, the song you make me wanna roll.
You're listening to JD Foxx Radio.
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison, and we are having a good morning. I'm sweating a little bit. We're in Key West, Florida. And as I was telling you earlier, Key West, Florida has the biggest ratio of churches to bars. There's more bars and churches on this island than anywhere else in the world in this small little space. And right now we're in front of St. Paul's Church. It's Episcopal Church right here on Duval Street. And it is a beautiful church to see. And the doors are open. You can walk in. We're not going to walk in right now, but you can walk in, you can walk around. It's just a really magnificent sight. And so I figured I couldn't do every stop in front of a bar and talk to you guys, so I would do a stop in front of a church. So we're in front of St. Paul's Church. Google this while you're listening to Mike Ocean's show and look at it. It's pretty neat. Don't go away now because we're too busy. Okay, I'm just kidding, Mike. I'm just kidding. All right, we're having fun here in Duval Street. Little Key West trivia is this is where the famous Mike Ocean got married. Yeah, right down here in Key West. Yeah, it's a favorite place of the whole JD Foxx staff. In fact, I've heard that Nikki Jo is down here somewhere, but it's still early, and I know there's no way she is awake and up wandering around down here. So we won't be talking to her, I'm sure. Okay, we'll get back to things. Oh, you know what? I just looked up and saw this. Right across from the church, catty corner on Eaton Street, is a Wendy's, and what's cool about that is it's not your traditional Wendy's. They put it into one of the regular buildings here on Key West, so it looks like a traditional building with one of the old-time cone pointy tops and everything, but you don't really know it's a Wendy's till you see the little sign, and it's real small, but yeah, a Wendy's right here on Duval Street in Key West, Florida. And there are days when the money gets tight that, you're happy to see a Wendy's. Okay, we'll get back to the music. JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison with you from Key West, Florida.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
You're listening to JD Foxx Radio.
JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison here with you in Key West, Florida. And I have found one of the most important things here in Key West, and that is a little spot of shade. Yes, when you're home, you don't appreciate it as much as you do down here, but a little spot of shade is very important. I've got a little breeze, and I'm standing across from the original Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville Cafe. It's not open yet, but the gift shop's open. Just walk through there. Lots of neat stuff in that gift shop. So it's a fun place to see and visit. And so even if you don't go and get a cheeseburger in paradise from the Margaritaville Cafes, check out the shop. It's kind of cool. It's a lot of neat stuff in there, and you can really enjoy yourself in there. It's fun. Lots of little parrot head souvenirs. So we're going to wander down the street a little bit more. I'll be back with you in just a little bit. We're having fun, getting sweaty in Key West, Florida. All right. Let me wander on down the street.
Well, I gotta have a talk with my baby.
Those are my friends.
Those are children.
No, they're not.
You're listening to Country Coffee with Michael and Rachel.
Michael and Ruckus. jdfoxxradio.com.
All right, JD Fox Radio, Michael Cullison here with you. We're still on Duval Street, and we were talking earlier about how a lot of the businesses kind of respect the local architecture. And standing in front of another example of that, we have the Strand Movie Theater, and it's a really colorful building. It really takes you back to another time. It's real historic looking, and it's got nice bright colors and all kinds of little artifacts on the building, and just really neat looking. Big neon signs, a giant marquee, and it's got the little ticket booth out front. But it's not a movie theater no more. No, it's a Walgreens now. But they kept the outside of the building intact. In fact, it looks like they may have done some renovations on the building, but it's just as beautiful as can be. But it's a Walgreens. So on the marquee, it says Walgreens 24 hours. In fact, it says happy 50th birthday to Cheryl Moss. So Cheryl, wherever you are, happy birthday to you. And but it's just kind of cool how down here they don't tear down the old buildings and put in a Walgreens. They keep the historic look to it, and it's really neat. And I'm seeing a lot of people this morning that look like Hemingway, because they've got a Hemingway look-alike contest coming up. And so every so many feet, I run into another Ernest Hemingway walking by. It's kind of odd at first, and then one of them told me that I should enter. I don't know about that. We'll see. Okay. JD Fox Radio, Michael Cullison with you, and we're going to get back to the music, and we're having a sweaty old good time down here in Key West.
Yesterday's favorites with today's country hits.
Do or do not. There is no try.
JD Fox Radio and jdfoxxradio.com.
Wanna thank God for you.
JD Fox Radio, Michael Cullison here with you in Key West, Florida. And we wandered just a little bit down off of Duval Street for a moment. And I guess you could say we walked towards the water, because any direction you go in Key West, you're walking towards water. But they have everything separated from the Gulf side to the ocean side, and I've not been able to figure that out on which side's what. But well, I'll get it by the last day. I probably will. But there's a neat little place to visit. It is the Little White House, and it's Harry S. Truman's Little White House. Apparently, he spent so much time at this home that they deemed it the Little White House, and a lot of historical stuff took place there. And there's not a lot of things down here to do with your kids besides snorkeling and things like that. Well, my kids love this place. It was really neat. It was like going back in time. You could see his living room and all the setup, and the staff there is really friendly, and they give you lots of information, and you can walk the grounds, and they tell you a lot about things that Harry Truman did while he was there as president. So it's a really neat place to visit. And then just up the street from there is Papa Hemingway's house, and that's neat. And you get to go through there. They show you exactly where he wrote some of the books. And I think the coolest part of the Hemingway house, and I don't know, it doesn't sound great saying it, is all the six-toed cats. Yeah, a bunch of the cats look like they wear mittens. They have 6 toes, and they have run of the place. They're in charge, much like the chickens running around the streets. All right, we'll get back to the music right here on JD Fox Radio.
Darling,
and we all deserve to be happy while we're here.
JD Fox Radio and jdfoxxradio.com.
All right, on Duval Street. Michael Cullison with you, JD Foxx Radio. Got to mention a place I stopped at last night, and that's the world's smallest bar. Yeah, it's neat. It's basically a doorway with a bar and one bar stool. Yep. Had to visit, had to do it. It is part of the Duval Bar Crawl, and if you're more manly than me and want to give that a try, make sure you hit the world's smallest bar. It's worth it. Really friendly folks there. I say folks, but it's one person, the bartender. That's all the staff. That's all they have the room for. Okay. We're going to continue our walk down Duval Street and talk about sights and sounds. Everything's starting to happen now. All the stores are starting to open up, and it's still hot. Oh, my. Okay, we're going to get back to the music. No more complaining. JD Foxx Radio.
She moved into...
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Key West, Florida, and we are just about down to the end of Duval Street. Did you hear that rooster behind me? Maybe not. It was pretty loud. They're all over the place here, folks. So the cool thing about when you get to the end of Duval Street, if you're walking from the beginning, from 1 Duval down, when you make a right, and you could go to the southernmost point. Yes, the people are already lined up there this morning to get their picture taken in front of a painted hunk of cement that lets you know you are just 90 miles from Cuba and at the southernmost point of the continental United States. So it's kind of cool. I stood in line, got my picture taken with the family. Yeah, I did the touristy thing, but you gotta when you're down here. It's just one of those laws. You got to get your picture taken in front of the hunk of cement. But the thing I realized while I was standing in line is that it says it's the southernmost point of the continental United States, but then just south of that is a U.S. naval base. Yeah, so I'm not sure, because that's also connected to this island. So maybe it's the southernmost point that we're allowed to walk on. I guess that's what it is. I'm sorry to ruin all the fun. It's what I always do. I ruin everything. All right, JD Foxx Radio, Country Coffee. We're having fun in Key West, walking around. And we'll be back with more music. And then we'll see if we can maybe get me a fresh, dry shirt and another cup of coffee. All right, talk to you soon.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd go. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison here with you. We're making our way back down Duval Street. No, I'm not out of breath. I'm fine. I just stopped. I was walking. But we just walked past the 801 Bourbon Bar, and it's kind of a neat place. You can stop there, and if you stop there late, in the evenings, they have a nice nightly upstairs drag show. And I was talking to one of the performers who was helping set up the bar this morning. Really neat folk. Yeah, it's a fun place. So it's the 801 Bourbon Bar. Really fun guys there. Yeah, fun guys. That's what I said. Okay. All right, we're going to continue our walk back down Duval Street towards Mallory Square, where we started this walk this morning. And I might have to stop this time and have another cold drink. And if we do, I'll let you know. We're on this walk together, folks. Yes, okay. All right, JD Foxx Radio, Key West, Florida. Michael Cullison, Country Coffee.
A long time forgotten.
You're listening to Country Coffee with Michael and Rachel on JD Foxx Radio.
Yes, he's a flatliner.
JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison here with you this morning, and we found a great place to stop. This is a fun place. In fact, at first, I was attracted by, when you walk past the businesses as you go up and down Duval, you get to steal a little air conditioning because everybody's got their door open, and so you stop, you walk slow when you get past an opening. But if you turn and look in some of the businesses, that's where the fun begins. And we walked into the Key West Hammock Company, and this is it, because there are places to relax all over. Really neat hammocks. They got them of all shapes, sizes, colors, just really neat. I was talking to Eric here, and he was showing me some of the travel ones. So if you go out to Fort Zachary like I did, we went snorkeling yesterday, you want to stop here and get one before your trip, because there's lots of trees there, and they easily hang up there and don't bother the tree, and you can relax under the shade of one of those trees. And shade, that's an important thing here in Key West. You spend a lot of time looking for shade. So shade and relaxation and a beverage or two, that's the key vibe here. That's what I'm taking home with me anyway. I'm going to try and continue that vibe when I get back. Okay, we're going to get back to the music. Kenny Chesney's up next right here on JD Foxx Radio.
I've been up to my neck, working 6 days a week.
Yesterday's favorites with today's country hits.
JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison, Key West, Florida, and I'm still here. I'm still not in Key West. I mean, I'm still in Key West, but I'm still at the Key West Hammock Factory because I made the mistake of laying one of these hammocks, and I don't know if I'll ever get up. I may do the rest of the show from right here. I've got a nice sway going. Yeah, and Eric let me know that the piece of equipment that a semi-sober engineer gave me to come down here and broadcast live, he said it looks a lot like a taser gun. So when I walked in the store, he got a little nervous at first. Yeah. I was wondering why people give me strange looks here. I thought it was just because I was walking around with a microphone and talking to myself. But no, it's because the little equipment that sends the satellite broadcast back to the radio station somehow, I have no idea how it works. It does. I looked at it now. It looks like a little taser gun. But it works. That's all that's important. And people get out of my way. Yeah, or I'll get you. All right, well, I'm gonna attempt to get out of this hammock without looking like a fool and head on back down Duval Street. We're gonna continue playing some great country music and soaking in the Key West vibe right here on JD Foxx Radio.
Got a girl from the south side, got blazing hair.
Hi, this is JD Foxx. Thank you for listening to JD Foxx Radio.
JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison here with you, and we're walking up and down Duval Street, and we've wandered into the Island Cigar Company. And you can't help but be drawn in by the aromas. The tobacco smells really good. I like the smell. Yeah, we've got some Island cigars here from the Dominican, and we've got over there some Cuban leaf cigars. You were telling me. Now they're Cuban leaf, so the leaves come from Cuba, or are they from Cuban seed?
Cuban seed and Cuban leaf cigars.
Wow. So what makes the Cuban cigar so special?
I don't know.
You don't know. I can tell you what it is. It makes your knees wobbly when you go to stand, because that's what it does to me. And this is really neat. Well, thanks for letting us come in. What's your first name? You can say it.
Medina.
Medina. See, that's a pretty name. Yeah. So this is really nice. Now, do you get used to the cigar smell in here all day? Yep. So it doesn't bother you. Do you smoke cigars?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Me too. I'm a sometimes cigar smoker. I think I'll stick with that. All right. Well, thanks a lot for spending a minute with us. The Island Cigar Company right here on Duval Street in Key West, Florida. All right. We'll get back to the music, and we're going to continue our morning walk.
On the air, everywhere. jdfoxxradio.com.
You're listening to Country Coffee with Michael and Rachel on JD Foxx Radio.
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison here with you, and we're continuing our walk down Duval Street and picking up a lot of the sights and sounds of the early day. And we got a little stand here. It's lobster trap art by C.D. Page, and C.D. Page is here with us. So all of the frames here are made from lobster traps?
Lobster traps.
Wow, so are they old, used lobster traps?
I go up to into Stock Island, which is a connecting key to Key West. And I go to the fisheries, and they have the traps that have been in the water for like at least 5 years. They start to fall apart. That's when I get them. I tear them apart, cut them into little pieces, turn them into frames.
So that is the ultimate recycling.
That's what they tell me.
Yes. And it makes great artwork. So you got neat little images from around the islands in Key West in these little frames.
That's what they are. And about 60% are my paintings, and the rest are my photography.
So it's all original artwork by you?
All of it's mine.
That's really cool, because like when you travel the streets of Paris, you'll see these little pictures and little frame shops, so it's much like that right here in Key West.
Yeah, we have our street artists, which are usually this time of year, not very many of us. During the main season, pretty well all the way up and down both sides of the Duval. And we pay the city a fee, we get insurance, and we're set up. Rather than paying the high cost of what it costs to get a gallery down here, it works out pretty good.
Yeah, plus you don't have to talk somebody into coming into your shop. They're already in there.
Right. It's definitely one of those, people walk by, see your stuff, they like it, they don't, whatever the case may be. They'll stop, buy it, talk to you for a while, get a little knowledge about the island. It's interesting.
Yeah, so I recommend if you're down here in Key West on Duval Street, and check out the artwork by CD Page right here. And thanks a lot for spending a moment with us.
No problem. You guys have a great day, and talk to you another day.
All right, thanks so much.
Lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. And on her back, sitting counting the stars where the cool grass grows.
Yesterday's favorites with today's country hits.
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Legendary.
And now back to the music. JD Foxx Radio.
All right, JD Foxx Radio. We're continuing our walk down to let me say it right. JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison here with you, and we're continuing our walk down Duval Street, and we walk down another one of those smells besides the cigar shop smell. This one's a little better. It's the River Street Sweets, Savannah's Candy Kitchen, and I said it slow, so I got it right. And you guys also have a place not only in Key West, but in Nashville, correct?
There is one in Nashville. It's Savannah's Candy Kitchen, exactly.
Now, you don't have a Key West accent, do you?
No, I have a Georgia accent.
Georgia, so Savannah, that makes sense, right?
That's right. There are 3 stores in Savannah as well, which we're very proud of. And there's some also in Myrtle Beach and Charleston, and we're just growing and growing.
Wow, so now I'm going to get to try one of your world-famous pralines?
That's exactly right. We make them fresh every day, all day long.
Now, what is a praline?
A praline is butter, cream, and pecans, and we make it in a pot, and it kind of looks like a cookie, but it doesn't taste like a cookie. And you get a warm sample every day when you come through the door.
Wow, so I'm going to walk over and get my warm sample. Let's see, so you have one of those samples for me, Tony? All right. Now, I'm chewing on the radio, but it is really good. And that butter and that sugar really come through. It's really, really good.
Really good. Really good. We make our own fudge. We make caramel popcorn here. We make, I would say, 75% of our product right here in front of you in the store.
And it's nice and cool to keep all that from melting.
Absolutely. You got to stay cool down here in Key West.
Yeah. And there's a nice little train that runs around the building. Some good music playing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fun place. I'm glad I wandered in. Thanks for taking a moment with us.
Thank you so much. Enjoy Key West.
Thanks a lot. Okay, we'll continue our walk down Duval Street, and we'll get back to the music right here on JD Foxx Radio.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. That's right.
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison here with you. Continuing our walk down Duval Street, wanted to take a minute and thank Leanne from River Street Sweets. It's still hard to say, Savannah's Candy Kitchen. She's the owner there, and she told me they've only been open 4 weeks, and I'll tell you, they got their stuff together. but I haven't had breakfast yet, so I couldn't stay there too long and have too much candy. But we're continuing our walk back to the beginning of Duval Street. Back down, we're passing the Hard Rock Cafe, and there's a big bear size of a dog barking at us. So we're going to pick up the pace a little bit and get back to the music right here on JD Foxx Radio.
Some days won't end ever, some days pass on by. I'll be working here forever, at least until I die. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I'm supposed to get
yesterday's favorites with today's country hits.
Please get out of my Van Halen t-shirt before you jinx the band and they break up.
You're listening to JD Foxx Radio.
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison here with you. And we are in front of the Red Garter Saloon right here on Duval Street. That's right, it's a gentleman's club. But no, I am not going in there this morning. They're not even open yet. Well, they're opening soon. I saw some people going in the back. Okay, so, but what's significant about this place on Duval Street is that it used to be the old Anchor Inn. Back in the 70s, a gentleman had an apartment on the second floor, and that was Mr. Jimmy Buffett. Yeah, and he tells stories about that apartment all the time. In fact, some of it's in his songs. And right across the street, and then 3 doors up, is Sloppy Joe's Bar. And it's significant because they are celebrating Papa Hemingway's birthday, his 118th birthday. They're going to be celebrating there, and they've got all kinds of activities. It's Hemingway festivities going on down here, which is why I've seen so many of the Hemingway lookalikes walking around the streets. So Sloppy Joe's, they've got 4 big candles and a picture of Papa Hemingway up there, old Ernest, looking down on us. And it's got the big 118, and they light that up at night, and it's really cool. And I just made the mistake of wandering out of the shade and back into the sun, and just got smacked in the face hard. So I'm going to run for the shade. You guys listen to this one right here on JD Foxx Radio.
see that far away.
Hi, this is JD Foxx. Thank you for listening to JD Foxx Radio.
All right, JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison, Key West, Florida. And folks, we did it. We did it together. We walked from 1 Duval Street all the way down to the end of Duval Street near the southernmost point. And then we turned around and walked back. Yes, we've got our morning activities in. Well, it's almost noon. We're making it way through. It's been a good time. I'm glad you were here to share it with me. We had a couple more breaks, and we're going to make our way right on down to Mallory Square, where all the festivities take place every evening. And we'll talk about that, and we'll be right back here on JD Foxx Radio from Key West, Florida.
If I can make a living.
jdfoxxradio.com.
Said I'll die for one little kiss and Felina. Goodbye.
All right, JD Foxx Radio Country Coffee. Michael Cullison here with you. That's right. It's almost time for me to go take a dip in the pool. Yeah, I'm going to need it, folks. Okay, it's a little windy. I don't know if this microphone is doing its job and keeping the wind out because we've walked down onto the water. We are at Mallory Square. Mallory Square is famous for the sunset celebration every evening, about 2 hours before sunset to 2 hours after. Lots of street performers, little food carts, local artists, just lots of fun going on. And everybody comes out here and watches the sunset and then gives a big cheer and does a toast. And it's definitely something you want to take in. It's a lot of fun. It's just, you soak up that local vibe and just become part of Key West when you come out for the sunset celebration every night. Watching the glass bottom boat go by. Haven't done that yet. That's where the boat goes by and you can look down at all the fish. We did do some snorkeling yesterday and we saw lots of great fish. A whole bunch of Sergeant Majors. They were the fish with the black and yellow stripes. We saw lots of those. Lots of bright blue fish. Right now I'm watching the water police, the Key West police. They got their little boat and they're checking out some things here on the water. Not sure what they're looking at, but I'm going to check it out during the break here while the music's playing and see what they're pulling out of the water. I may or may not be able to talk about it. All right, JD Foxx Radio, Michael Cullison, Key West, Florida, enjoying a bright, sunny Florida day. Oh, I wish you guys could all be with me. No, I don't. All right, back to the music, JD Foxx Radio.
I get this feeling that I can't explain. But baby, let's lay down and dance.
Listen to the JD Foxx Show every Friday. The JD Foxx Show from 7 to midnight Eastern with a sneak preview Thursdays at 7 p.m. right here on JD Foxx Radio.
JD Foxx Radio. I came calling home last night. Decorate our home so you feel more at ease here. You won't need
JD Foxx Radio, and that'll about do it. We are now wandered down to the Key West Sunset Pier. Wasn't quite able to see what the Key West River, or not river, but Key West police boat was able to pull out of the water. He's still working on it, but it was out in the sun, so I wandered away. Came back down to the shade. It's important. And we wandered down onto the Key West Sunset Pier. And it's a nice little bar. There's a webcam here, so you can look it up and check it out. The other night, my daughter and I were up on stage singing. I'll post a picture on that on Facebook. Yeah, that's fun. So it's been a good time. We've walked Duval Street together this morning, and I'm glad you joined me. Hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I am going to say goodbye to you now, and I'll be back in studio next week. Mike Ocean is up next, and thanks for joining me here at Key West, Florida, and JD Foxx Radio. And many thanks to our semi-sober engineer for getting us on the air from down there, or down here, JD Foxx Radio.